why is there an awards campaign for Channing Tatum for this movie, do you think?
I don't know.
Channing Tatum is the Roofman. He is the nicest robber you ever could meet. And this is his story. It's a crazy, crazy true story. There's all kinds of awards buzz about this movie. And we'll talk about whether there should be. Come hang out, come subscribe. October 10th is a crazy ass day. And we are here for all of it. So don't miss a thing. Hang out with us. Alonso, what happens in Roofman?
Police believe the Roofman may still be in the area.
What the? Oh my God! Oh my God!
We do love an ingenious underdog. The movie opens with 5 words that always strike fear into my heart, which is, this is a true story. So yeah, Channing Tatum plays a guy. He's married to Melanie Diaz. They have a daughter and twin baby boys. He is a vet. He wants to be a better provider, but it's just not working out for him. So he starts robbing McDonald's and other places, going in through the roof, hence the title. And after about 40 or so of these robberies, he gets caught and goes to jail. His family basically says, bye, we're moving on. You're going to be in jail for the next 45 years. He finagles a way to break out, and his friend LaKeith Stanfield can probably get him out of the country, but it's going to be a few months. And so he's got to lay low until then. How best to avoid detection? Hide out and live inside a Toys R Us. Why not? It's like a secret mall apartment, if you will.
Totally. I was thinking that too.
And eventually, because he's observing the lives of the employees and their jerk manager, played by Peter Dinklage, he brings a bunch of toys to a toy drive that's being run by Kirsten Dunst at her church. And of course, the church folks are all over him like, wet on a blanket, because it's a hot single guy who's new in town. So, of course, he's immediately invited to the singles brunch where he is the only dude there. He and Kirsten Dunst start dating. He bonds with her younger daughter, has a tougher time with her older sullen daughter. But, oh, no, what's going to happen when he has to up and leave? And will his presence / identity be discovered? And is he going to have to rob the Toys R Us to pay for his way out of the country? And then what? So this is a movie that is being sold like a wacky caper. And on certain levels, it is kind of something that is so absurd it has to be true. And you do get the requisite interviews over the closing credits with the people that were actually involved, talking about, oh yeah, no, he did this thing. But Derek Cianfrance, who directed, not known for his light touch, let's say. This is the guy behind Blue Valentine and I want to say Place Beyond the Pines. Is that him
Place
too?
Beyond the Pines. These are not feel-good movies.
These are not fun, wacky, character pieces. They are kind of grim. And so, not that this movie is grim, but it just never quite has the pep in its step that it needs, because it is wanting to be like a kind of kooky true story where, yeah, sure, he's a criminal, but I mean, did he really hurt anybody? Okay, a few people, but nonetheless, you want something that's a little more jovial and a little more bouncy. And this movie kind of trudges along. And as a character piece, it's not particularly insightful. Once we learn what we learn about Channing Tatum in about the first 10 minutes, that's what carries us through the whole movie. Channing Tatum, charming as all get out. Totally. Kirsten Dunst, charming as all get out. And they are both doing their best to make this movie also charming, but it's not.
Yeah, it's like, so Derek Cianfrance makes these very dour, gritty, intimate indies about like people living lives of quiet desperation, you know, and that would seem like a really odd fit for what is essentially a high concept comedy, right? Yeah. Like he's this super likable,
kind of thing,
right? Totally, and like you're on his side because he's charming as all get out, as you say, and the idea that he's living inside the Toys R Us is so wild and is so rich for comedy. So yeah, he shoots and has cut this film like an indie drama, and that's an interesting kind of contradiction, but it never really quite gels tonally. But the Channing Tatum performance is so wildly likable and allows him to dig deep, but only so much, because the treatment of this character is so superficial. I mean, it cannot just be he loves too much and likes to shower people with gifts, and that is what fuels his crime spree. I mean, he has to have had something more complicated in him. I mean, he's still alive. This guy still exists in the world. He's not dead.
Yeah.
But like, there's got to be more to him that is more complex than this portrayal would indicate, right? I mean, he's lived a life of crime for a long, long time, you know. But Tatum makes it so light in his feet, and it's a departure for him somewhat, but it also dips a toe into the things that you like about Channing Tatum. He gets to dance. He is shirtless. And
Yes.
more.
And more.
And so right. And so if you want that, if he gets to charm a table full of women, it's the thing that he did in all the Magic Mike movies, you know?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's a
things
little
you like
bit of
about
Magic
him exist
Mike,
here.
a little bit of, was it Dog? Was that the movie where he's the
Yes.
vet with the dog or the, yeah, you know, like, yeah, he's definitely playing to his strengths in a lot of ways, but the movie isn't providing the platform for that because the movie sort of feels like it wants to be heavier or deeper, not because it ever is, but just because it has the tone of a movie that is heavier or deeper. And so it's jarring.
The script won't go there.
No.
It's unwilling or uninterested in exploring who this guy is on a deeper level. But yeah, he and Kirsten Dunst have a grown-up romance. These are grown-ass people who have lived lives and made mistakes and are clear-eyed about what they want and what they don't want. And that is very refreshing.
Yeah.
The sense of place is great, both within that Toys R Us and within, like, you know, the apartment. And watching him figure it out is really fun. Like watching him, because he has, you know, been in the military.
Yes.
So we've established that he is good with his hands. He's very resourceful. He notices
And observational.
things that right. Like LaKeith Stanfield points out, this, you notice things that nobody else does. And so they lay the groundwork very efficiently for why it would make sense for this guy to make a home for himself inside the Toys R Us for 6 months. And watching him piece that together and watching him, like, that space changes as he lives there, and the little things that he adds and the way he solves problems, it's fun to solve along with him. And so there's a lot of joy to be found in that. So I had a good time. Like, it's enjoyable, but there's something kind of odd about, like, the gritty, grainy, kind of desaturated aesthetic of this Derek Cianfrance movie.
Yeah. I didn't have a good time is the thing.
No?
Like, once it got rolling and sort of establishes the parameters of what this story is, it started feeling like a slog. It was like, all right, either, because I didn't go in knowing what the real deal was with this dude. So I'm like, well, he's either going to get caught or he's not going to get caught. And how is that going to happen? And when is that going to happen? You know, because it's just, you know, there's a few fun things along the way. Uzo Aduba playing a very different kind of role for her. And, you know, Ben Mendelsohn really enjoying getting to have preacher hair.
He gets to smile and laugh and sing like it's not a villainous, menacing Ben Mendelsohn
in Tommy
performance.
Bahama shirts. You know, the ponderousness of this movie started to weigh on me, and it should be breezy. Like it should be the movie that they clearly meant to make is this sort of breezy thing about this con man and living in the Toys R Us, yada yada. And had they wanted to make the heavy movie about the con man living in the Toys R Us, they could have done that too, but they don't do either. So you just wind up with this. It neither worked for me, and I got really just bored and frustrated.
And it's too long. It's like 2 hours and 6 minutes long, which it has no business. It should be like $1.40.
Yeah,
right.
Tops.
So let's talk really fast about why we're seeing Channing Tatum everywhere, because they are promoting the hell out of this movie. Our friend Kyle Buchanan did a front page Sunday New York Times takeout on him this past weekend. They are setting up special screenings all over the place here for people to see this. Why is there an awards campaign for Channing Tatum for this movie, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's he's fine. He does what he's supposed to be doing, but they don't give him a lot of meat in terms of digging into who this character really is and what drives him. So, you know, look, a lot of times Oscar campaigns have to do with they think that it's a light field this year, or they want to be in business with this person. Like maybe Paramount under its new leadership really has big plans to be in the Channing Tatum business. And so they're going overboard. Like Oscar campaigns are very rarely about the work, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is with this, but I didn't come away from this thinking, ooh, Channing Tatum. That's, you know, I've seen better Channing Tatum performances, frankly. I mean, and no shade on him. He's fine here, but it's not exceptional even in the parameters of what he's done in other movies.
Okay. What's your number then? I'm going to say like a 6.8. I enjoyed myself, but it's got some problems.
I'm a 4.5. I got very antsy because the movie makes it very clear what it's doing, and then it does it and it does it and it does it, and I didn't respond to it.
All right, Roofman is coming in to see you. Will you go see him? Let us know.